Thank you.
Enough is enough.
We are here.
Enough is enough.
Thank you.
They are playing politics with people's lives. They come us into this ground with that armor, with that ammunition. We are to cop this very particular area within a tinkle of a second. I know what kind of us can do.
Good or fine?
I know what kind of us can do.
Good to go.
How many parties are inside this bush?
Good to go.
Playing politics.
They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the pub there.
Saying that we should not even do
that we should not go after them. That is for me.
Okay.
This is the full information for you people.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You can feel the genuine anger in the policeman's voice, but what he's saying here is not new. Nigerians have heard this over and over again. Many soldiers in the front lines always complain about this, that their superiors not only prevent them from doing their jobs, that's fighting the war like people who are actually fighting a war. They also ration bullets. Imagine issuing them a paltry 15 or 10 bullets to go to war. What is a soldier going to do with that? So it's a grand conspiracy among their superiors, including politicians who command them. If you're a C-in-C, commander-in-chief, you must be held responsible for all security failures. It's not a matter of giving excuses. No, it won't be allowed because we are talking about human lives here. The C-in-C is supposed to make sure that all officers, all soldiers, whether rank and file or anything, that they follow orders. And anyone among them, among the chain of command that fails to do his job, must be sanctioned or even sacked outrightly. The time for blame is over. Everyone must be held responsible. Everyone must be held accountable for their actions. We are talking about human lives involved here. Now, if policemen and soldiers are complaining this way about the war on insecurity, it raises two major questions. Number one, what is the hope of the ordinary Nigerian who can't even defend himself against these marauding terrorists and criminals? You can imagine policemen that are charged, soldiers that are charged. They are security agents under the law. They are licensed to carry firearms and fight insecurity. If they are complaining that people are not allowing them to do their jobs, you can see that the situation is hopeless for the ordinary Nigerian who is not licensed to defend himself or to have firearms. The second question it raises is, these men are the ones that are always deployed when Nigerians want to protest against bad governance, general bad governance, not just insecurity. Are we going to talk about hunger, bad roads, and all other things that they are supposed to fix in this country? Basic services that foreigners take for granted. It is these same policemen and soldiers that are deployed and they shoot at Nigerians who are not harmed. People who are on the streets just to demand for good governance that will affect everyone, including the soldiers and the policemen. So it doesn't make any sense in any way that these people, if they are genuine by the way, that they desire good governance. But when Nigerians troop out to demand that, something that will benefit everyone, they are the ones that will shoot tear gas at them, they will fire live bullets at them, they will do all sorts of things to intimidate, assault. There is nothing they will not do to protect the politicians who are impoverishing every one of us. So it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's hear another police officer who fell short of insulting Tinubu. He has many questions for him to answer, and we'll see the trending video that caused him to make that video. Let's hear what he said first.
President, is it true that you said that you will be killed if you decide to eliminate bandits and terrorism, banditry and terrorism? Is it true that you and some of your officials in the government know where these bandits are, these terrorists are, but you decide to be playing with people's life? Mr. President, are you no longer the President Tinubu we used to know? Are you no longer the Tinubu that was always on the side of the people? Are you no longer the Tinubu that could never be intimidated? Is it true now that you are being intimidated when you are the number one here? When the security and welfare of people of Nigeria are put under your control by the Constitution? Mr. President, is it true that you can no longer talk? Oh, okay, is it now true that they say that once our leaders get to Ashorok, they become deaf and dumb? They are put under the control of some forces and they will no longer talk? Mr. President, this is not you. Mr. President, wake up. Look at what happened in Kebbi. 25 of our children taken away up to now, nothing hard. 35 people kidnapped in Kwara, apart from those people that were killed. Now we are hearing that over 200 plus were taken away in Niger State. And in each of all these 3 occasions, there were usually intel. Oh, is it deliberate now that you will hear about the intel, but you will just decide to look away? Mr. President, what is happening? Why are you betraying the trust and confidence that will repose in you? As a police officer, Mr. President, I voted for you in 2023. Yes, go and ask about me in Akure. I love you. I knew you could do it. But now what is happening? This one has nothing to do with tribe and religion. Look at that man, a man who's supposed to know better, saying that the Christians are burying empty caskets. And you are there, Mr. President, you could not shut him up? Is it true that all these things are happening that you know about them? And now somebody is saying he wants to help. You cannot go there. We are not saying he should force himself over us. I've said it in my past video that there's nothing stopping you from seeking help. Okay, you are saying that you don't want to be killed. Okay, is it not better to die as a hero than to die as a coward? Mr. President, if you know that you want to really do this thing, if you have lost confidence in the ability of your security to handle your safety, go to Israel. Go to Israel. Go and get them there. Go and get security from Israel. Their loyalty there, they will protect you. Nigerians want to see you, Mr. President. We want to see you walk. Mr. President, let me tell you, even if you are saying that you don't want to touch them, it has been alleged now. We are still believing this on the realm of allegation. If it is true that you don't want to touch them so that you can get landslide victory in 2027, okay, even if you won the election eventually, will your mind be at rest that the elections was won with the lives, with the bloods of people? Will you be happy to be enjoying, to be happy, to be celebrating while some families are crying? Mr. President, think. You are even disappointing us. Even me as a person. I said it, I did not have the time to vote as a police officer, but I took time out to vote for you. Go to Akure, go and ask about me. Go to the platform of the journalists there as a police PRO. I voted for you. I left my bit and went to vote for you because I knew you could do it. But why are you doing this, Mr. President? Are you still there? This is too bad. Mr. President, wake up!
Now, before we see the trending video of Najatu Mohammed, the interviewed on Arise TV during the 2023 presidential election campaigns, it's important to correct the impression made by this man. He said he voted for Tinubu in Akure. Despite being a police officer, he was busy during the election, but he made out time to vote for Tinubu because he believed, and maybe continues to believe, that he will do the job, that he's capable of doing the job. That's very laughable. Tinubu has proven it's not a matter of narrative or anything. After all, many Nigerians had this narrative before the 2023 presidential election, but all of them that had the narrative at the time have been proven right by Tinubu today. He's so incompetent that you need another word that is worse than incompetent to describe him. That's the reality. There is nothing, virtually nothing he has improved in Nigeria since he came to power. Everything is worse than he met it. Forget about policies, forget about forged numbers they brandish. No. Look at the life of an average Nigerian. Is it better today compared to 2023? That's early 2023 before he took over power from Muhammad Buhari. The answer is no. There is no metric you will use to measure that he comes tops. No. Everything is in the negative. Is it inflation? Is it the price of goods in the market? Is it the cost of living? He has virtually increased everything an average Nigerian relies on. Is it the price of petrol? Is it the cost of electricity? Yes, he has increased that too. There is nothing you can say, this is better today than it was under Muhammad Buhari, despite borrowing more than Muhammad Buhari and Goodluck Jonathan combined. But still, they are taxing Nigerians more. They've made life worse. And this man is here saying that he felt, or he continues to believe, that Tinubu is capable of doing the job. Maybe he's still sleeping, but he needs to wake up from that slumber. Any keen observer of happenings in Nigeria, both in the political space and in the security agencies, must realize that this is intentional incompetence. It does not make any sense in any way. Look at Nigeria under the military regimes, especially under Abacha. Nigeria fought wars in other countries in West Africa. they were so victorious. In fact, in most of these countries, they were able to bring peace in these countries under a very short time. Unlike what is going on in Nigeria now, more than a decade, we've been fighting terrorism and insurgency, and people believe that the Nigerian army cannot defeat these people, that these marauding terrorists, they are actually more equipped, they are more tactical. It doesn't make any sense. All the people involved in this, they have their agendas. Starting from Tinubu, his top priority is to get re-elected in 2027. That's all. He's blind to everything that is going on around him. And he knows the people doing this. That's why he does not want to intervene. He doesn't want to do the job. That's why many Nigerians are calling on the US President Donald Trump to hasten up and come and save them. The politicians and the military superiors that are supposed to do the job, they all have their agendas. Tinubu doesn't want to intervene. He doesn't want to give a direct order, hey, stop this or I will sack you. Once he makes that threat to all his subordinates in the military, they will do the job. Wonder 1 week you won't hear about all this anymore. Is it drones that Nigerian government cannot buy? Poor countries have these types of drones. We have Turkey-made drones that Muhammadu Buhari acquired when he was in power. Where are they today? So it does not make any sense. This is why Nigerians must take that 2027 presidential election seriously. If you don't do that and allow them to continue, that means we will see worse in the future. Look at what is happening right now, and they don't even care. They are all interested in getting re-elected despite performing woefully in office. So if you reward them, if you allow them, not really reward, because when you say reward, it might mean that Nigerians will end up voting for them in 2027. No. In a free and fair election, they will be defeated. But it's important to understand that if you fail to come out to vote, you're indirectly voting for them. If you fail to defend your vote, you're indirectly allowing them to steal the votes. So that is what it means by not allowing them to get re-elected. You have to do everything within your power to stop them. Otherwise, Nigerians will be facing worse than they are facing currently. Now, let's hear what Najatu Mohammed said during the 2023 presidential election campaign.
Tinubu, it's still ringing in my ear. In the name of Allah, Hajia, in the name of Allah, accept this appointment. I said, sir, I will not accept the appointment until you tell me what you have for us up north. He invited me to London. I went to London. I sat with him for 2 hours. Most of the time he was sleeping. I asked him what he had for us up north because we have extremely serious security problems. He told me that he didn't have anything. I said, sir, you mean that you want to be president and you don't even have a blueprint? He said he doesn't have a blueprint. He doesn't have a blueprint according to him because if I have a blueprint, I'm quoting him now, then I might be killed. And because I'll be stepping on too many toes. I said, sir, in that position that you are looking for, you don't think of death. You don't think of assassination.